Welcome. Today, we're diving into the profound wisdom hidden within the ancient philosophy of the Tao Te Ching. By truly understanding this classic, you'll discover an entirely different dimension, a world that Laozi, with his unparalleled insight, revealed to us. So, what kind of world did Laozi see? Let's explore it through the lens of human perception. When we perceive the world, we instinctively focus on what we want to see and filter out what we don't. This process happens unconsciously, shaping a reality that may hide deeper truths beneath the surface. What you perceive as the complete picture might actually be a cleverly disguised illusion. And the most dangerous deceptions are not the ones set by others, but those we unwittingly set for ourselves, believing them wholeheartedly. Imagine this. You think you fully understand your environment, but in reality, you're navigating a parallel universe, a world where your perception is just a fraction of the truth. It's like the saying, a blind man riding a blind horse, heading towards a deep pool at midnight. You're unaware of the true risks around you, trapped in a false narrative you've built without realizing it. Laozi's vision wasn't of a new world, but rather a restored version of the one we've overlooked. This world has always been there waiting to be seen. He didn't create it, he revealed it. If we were to distill Laozi's perspective into a simple image, it would be the Taiji symbol, a circle with swirling black and white. Representing yin and yang, it's a complete world where opposites coexist, each containing a seed of the other. This is the holistic reality, not the fragmented view we're accustomed to. Let's delve deeper into one of Laozi's famous passages. Bend to become whole, curve to become straight, hollow to become full, wear out to become new. Have little to gain much, and have much to be confused. The sage embraces the one as a model for the world. Our ultimate goal is completion, to achieve and fulfill our endeavors. Naturally, we desire a straightforward path to success, a direct route to our objectives. We seek fullness and control over our outcomes. However, Laozi offers a different perspective. True completeness often requires embracing the indirect. To achieve wholeness, you may need to take seemingly unrelated or even contradictory steps. Convincing someone, for instance, isn't always about imposing your viewpoint, but rather aligning with theirs. The straight path might turn out to be the longest detour, while the winding road could lead you directly to your destination. Consider this. A hollow space can hold more than a solid one, and what appears old can become new again. Laozi's worldview suggests that multiple stories unfold simultaneously. While one narrative plays out visibly, another, perhaps the more genuine one, happens quietly in the background. Now, let's look at the Chinese idiom pulling up seedlings to help them grow. This story tells of an impatient farmer who constantly worried that his crops weren't growing fast enough. Every day he would inspect his fields, anxious for progress. Frustrated by the perceived lack of growth, he decided to take action. One day he had a brilliant idea. Why not pull up the seedlings to make them taller? He spent an entire day doing this, convinced he was helping them grow. Exhausted but satisfied, he believed he had accelerated their growth. However, when his son went to check on the field, he found that all the seedlings had withered and died. The farmer's actions, driven by impatience, had disrupted the natural process, leading to disaster. Growth requires time and adherence to natural laws. Rushing it only brings harm. In this story, we see two parallel narratives. In one, the farmer believes that relentless effort and intervention will yield faster results. In the other, the reality is that patience and allowing nature to take its course are essential. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation? Realizing only after the fact that your impatience led to unintended consequences? In other words, after seeing the whole picture, you know you were wrong. Tao Te Ching also tells us, to know constancy is to be enlightened. Not knowing constancy leads to recklessness, which brings misfortune. Our actions fall somewhere between fortune and misfortune, depending on whether we align with the natural order and the true nature of the world. In daily life, we often sense that the world is more complex than it seems. We may find ourselves stuck in surface-level stories, hitting walls repeatedly, until a moment of clarity reveals the extent of our misguided efforts. The opposite of delusion is truth. Once you see the truth and act in accordance with it, your actions become fruitful and your endeavors flourish. When we understand that progress often involves twists and turns, Laozi's words, bend to become whole, curve to become straight, hollow to become full, wear out to become new, have little to gain much, and have much to be confused, take on a deeper meaning. I fully understand the desire to avoid detours. The first step in achieving this is to recognize the existence of a parallel universe. By doing so, you'll start seeing the hidden layers of reality and navigate life with greater wisdom. Stay with us as we continue to uncover these parallel stories and reveal the hidden truths within the Tao Te Ching. You might just find a new way to see the world